In an agreement announced recently, Capcom will become a 90.5% owner of Starcomms' restructured share capital. In return, the company will provide cash and assets to Starcomms worth $210 million to revive the ailing CDMA player. And this deal is part of Capcom's aim to become a leading player in the national broadband internet landscape through the acquisition of MTS, Multilinks, and Starcomms. Joining us from London is Demola Elesho. He's the CEO designate at Capcom. Demola, it's great to have you on the show today. And I want to first of all start by getting your perspective on the opportunity that you are still seeing in a CDMA player. I mean, $210 million sounds like a lot of money to put in the telecom space right now. More so when you consider that Starcomms has piled up losses over the last few years. And of course, CDMA players have lost significant market share in Nigeria's telecom space.
Yeah, one, nice to be on the show. Thank you. And yeah, this is I think it's a great landmark for the telecommunications space in Nigeria, and I think the Capcom deal is the beginning of a new dawn in the space, and I think it represents a fantastic deal for the revival of a sector that has been long suffering, but still has a lot of value to add to the marketplace.
Well, like I said, the big question though is, where's the opportunity? Like I mentioned, the CDMA players have lost significant market share. Why do you think there is still value in that space?
Well, there's still a tremendous amount of value in the Nigerian telecommunications space. You have to remember that we've only just sort of started liberalizing the industry. Voice has become, a commodity in Nigeria, and everybody's got a phone, everybody's got a line or even two, but very few people have got data connectivity, particularly for internet or broadband services. And what Capcom sees is a fantastic opportunity to amalgamate these failing companies, being Starcomms, Multilinks, and the former spectrum from MTS, amalgamate the spectrum and create a broadband platform on which it can deliver much needed services to the Nigerian public. I don't know one person in Nigeria operating in, either a large, one person in Nigeria operating in either a large business or a small business who does not want good quality internet connectivity. And the opportunity of this purchase and the new investment to be made by Capcom is going to help deliver that, so that finally we can have good quality, reliable, dependable internet services in the service areas that Capcom will provide.
All right, so clearly broadband internet is a big focus of this investment, but can you just talk us through what the new company will look like? I know there are 3 companies involved. In terms of subscribers, on the data side and on the voice side, what are we looking at after this deal? Of course, we know it still has to go through regulatory approvals and shareholders' approvals, but what can we anticipate if those approvals come through?
Well, if the approvals come through, you can anticipate a modern, sleek technology provider that will amalgamate the spectrum and basically get about 20 megahertz worth of 1900 megahertz spectrum, from which we will take the infrastructure that exists across the three networks we're buying, principally Starcomms infrastructure, supported by the Multilinks infrastructure, and added to that the MTS spectrum, to create a 4G predominantly based on LTE technology that will be out there in a pervasive way, so that users can get connectivity anywhere and get truly good quality, high speed, reliable broadband services.
Right, but how many subscribers would you have on the voice side?
We are looking to start off with. On the voice side, we will maintain the voice networks that we have at the moment. We're not planning to grow that space. We intend to continue to provide service to all the Starcomms customers at the moment, all the Multilinks customers, and we see that number at about 750 to 1 million existing customers, who we will maintain and continue to deliver dependable voice services to.
All right, so I'm hearing you say just about 1 million subscribers, and you're putting $98 million in cash to work here. Of course, we know the deal is much bigger than that. $210 million is the number we've had when you add the assets involved. So for broadband internet, what kind of returns can we anticipate? I mean, what's the opportunity you're seeing in that space in Nigeria?
Well, we see the opportunity. I mean, we recognize that there are existing players who are also offering some broadband, but we see ourselves as, you know, locking down about 20 to 25% market share over the next 5 years. So we see that we will grow the broadband data space of about maybe 200,000 customers we have at the moment from predominantly Multilinks and Starcomms, and we will grow that base up to a good 2 million customers and offering them, you know, good high-speed internet services, and by, you know, 5 years' time, you know, we should have a solid network base of over 2 million broadband customers.
All right, and like you've made it quite clear that the focus really is on the broadband play in Nigeria. But is this just the first stage of financing? I mean, can we anticipate a little more money coming in? Because some suggest that to really get things going, you should be adding a lot more money into this company.
Yeah, this is I mean, clearly Capcom investors have taken a big risk or a big punt here, but they believe that the macroeconomic situation in Nigeria with 160 million people, with internet really only penetrating about 4 million people, that there is a massive, massive upside, which I think most analysts across the world agree that there is a positive upside there. And what we want to do is we don't want to you know, go out there overselling our story. We want to deliver on the integration in the first instance. Integrating two going concerns, being Starcomms and Multilinks, is going to take the first 6 to 9 months of our time, and then deploying the new technology, the new network, and getting the new devices out there. And our sort of marketing and commercial story, so that people have a strong believability about the Capcom value add to the market. You know, so sometime within that 6 to 9 months space.
I'm sorry, Demola, I really need to wrap this up
again.
But I just need to confirm, just very quickly, the figure in terms of the combined subscriber base for this entity. You put that figure at 1 million. I think some people thought it should be more than that, but is that the figure we should anticipate from the three combined entities?
Yeah. No, from the the three combined entities, I'm saying 750 to about 1 million active customers on the base right now.